So basically, you run the risk of impermanent loss if you have to provide liquidity to a pool. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. In the very first episode on this channel, we went through how to get your fiat money, real world money, into a crypto exchange, and we bought our first Luna. The next question you might have is, now what? Today we are going to go through yield farming and staking, or in English, how to earn interest while holding on to your tokens. Okay, so clearly most of us are here to make money, and so we invest in a token hoping for the price to go up, like in the stock market. This might take days, weeks, months, or years. If you're in this for a quick flip, you may end up selling it too early and losing out on a lot of profits. So while you hold, you can earn interest. One of the simplest ways to look at farming and staking in crypto is to view it like a flexible fixed deposit. After owning certain tokens, you can go to the platform and stake it and earn interest ranging from 3%, 20% to this fucking project that gives 1 trillion percent returns per year. Luna, for example, is something that you can stake. So bear in mind that not all projects will make it in the long run, and some are plain scams. So do your research and don't get lured by insane interest rates. And if you are not sure who to ask, you can join the Chain Debrief community on Discord or Telegram and ask. The links are in the description box below. So what is the difference between farming and staking? As an end user, it doesn't really matter that much. In both cases, you temporarily lock your tokens and receive interest in return. What you need to be aware of are the risk and rewards, the type of tokens you receive as interest, and impermanent loss. So farming is basically providing liquidity to decentralized financial platforms or liquidity pools to help them facilitate trading. So they don't have to match buyers and sellers that want to buy and sell at the exact same time. You also help with lending, where people borrow money to leverage their positions. So in exchanges, you can see you can buy something at 10x what you have. That's leveraging, and that's basically the exchange lending liquidity to that user. If you are farming, you are lending money to the platform so that they can lend this user. The platform then charges a fee, and you get a cut of it. And that's how you make money, yield farming. If you really go deep into this, there's a lot more to it, but this is the gist lah. Staking, on the other hand, is supporting a blockchain network and participating in transaction validation by committing your crypto assets to the validator. This is only available for protocols using the proof of stake consensus mechanism. You can then earn your cut of the fees that they make. Generally speaking, both carry certain risk, and higher risk usually means higher rewards. Farming is usually riskier, as those with sexier interest returns are usually those of newer projects that lack high volume active trading. With yield farming, you might also run into impermanent losses, which is to say, despite the interest rates, if you had held on to the token and not provided it to the liquidity pool, your token might have been worth more today. Honestly, I wanted to simplify this, but I can't think of a good analogy, so please read up on it so I don't have to read it, the whole thing to you, right? But basically, you run the risk of impermanent loss if you have to provide liquidity to a pool that requires you to provide it in a pair, and B, on a fixed ratio. For example, a liquidity pool might require you to deposit 50% Ethereum and 50% another coin. For example, DAI, which is a stable coin. The whole point here is, if the ratio of Ethereum and DAI changes too drastically, you run into the risk of impermanent loss despite the fact that interest rates might be good. However, having said all that, there are established trading platforms and liquidity pools that try and circumvent that by allowing you to yield farm a single crypto asset, not in a pair. If there is no ratio that you need to keep to, then you don't really have to worry about impermanent loss. Or you can earn yield by providing stable coin pairs which don't really fluctuate. For example, USDT and USDC. Staking and farming in crypto is essential because the interest returns in crypto per year is much higher than that of banks, which is something that we must take advantage of. For example, you can stake UST. UST stands for US Terra. It's a stable coin pegged to the US dollar, meaning the price of one UST should theoretically always be worth $1 US. If you stake UST, you get about 19% interest per year, as compared to the 1 to 2% at a conventional bank in Singapore. Of course, once again, there is a risk. What if nobody uses UST? UST has no liquidity. When you try and sell, you cannot sell. A simple way to begin earning interest on your cryptocurrency is by using platforms like Hold-A-Knot, which is a website and app, or even directly on exchanges like KuCoin or FTX, which we've gone through in episode 1. In KuCoin and FTX, they will tell you if the coins that you hold has a lend function or earn function. So you basically click and then they will walk you through it. So today I'm going to go through how to earn interest on the Luna that we bought on episode 1 by staking. If you'd like to learn more about farming, let me know in the comment section below. It's slightly more complicated. There are also many different farms you can check out. They also have different risks to consider, which we will cover in future. Okay, so we are back at this KuCoin account on episode 1, where we bought that one little Luna. And we have since made a small profit, I think. So I'm going to move this to the main account. This is a KuCoin specific thing. Basically, they only allow withdrawals from the main account. So in order to do that, you go to transfer this Luna to your main account. So then it disappears, and then you go to main account. It's right here. So right now, we are going to withdraw Luna and we're going to put it into Terra Station. So Luna is in the Terra ecosystem, and Terra ecosystem have their own wallet. They don't interact with MetaMask wallet that we downloaded on the previous episode. So you gotta download a new Chrome extension, which is another wallet. In order to do that, you go to station.terra.money, and then you download another Chrome extension, okay? So once you've downloaded it, it's here. You log into it. What you are trying to do now is that you are trying to move your Luna from KuCoin to Terra Station. So similar, what you wanna do is you wanna copy your wallet address. You go to withdraw, paste your address here. You're in the Terra network, and then you talk about the amount that you want to withdraw, okay? So bear in mind that there is a fee of 0.1 Luna that comes out from here. So what you want to do is leave a little bit behind. Okay, so I'm going to leave I'm going to take out 1.5 Luna, and then I'm going to leave 0.6 Luna behind. Okay, confirm. Confirm withdrawal. Okay, so that's it. Successful. So right now, what you want to do is you can stare at your Terra Station and wait for the money to come in. So as you can see, it's not in yet. This will take a couple of minutes. Later. Okay, so it's been about 1 minute in real time, and then you can see that the Luna is here. It was 0 point something just now, and now it's like 1.8. So now you have it in your Terra Station. You can go back to station.terra.money. Shoutouts to Terra Station though, or the Terra ecosystem. It's very, very elegant because everything is integrated, and then you have a dashboard here. So over here, there's a connect button where you can then connect to your Terra Station wallet. Hit connect. So basically, this is the dashboard. You can look at the Luna price, the tax rate issuance. This is the important stuff, okay? This is the staking return. So if you stake directly on Terra, you get about 7.71% interest per year. In the crypto world, this is not very high. However, Luna is a rather established coin already, and so if you would like to hold on to your Luna and wait for it to go through the roof in the next 1-2 years, you might as well earn 7%. It's way better than that 1.5% you're getting, right? So you want to go to stake. So what are validators? Validators are organizations that help Luna validate transactions. Under validator, how to choose which validator? Good question. There are different columns here that you can sort. The most important one is, for me is commission and uptime and verified. Okay, so you want to look for some a validator that has 100% uptime, then you know that your money is working 100% of the time. There are also 0% commission, so this one's good. To be fair, most of the validators are okay one. Why is this then important? Voting power signifies how much Luna do they hold in the whole Terra ecosystem. The more percentage of Luna you hold, because Luna is a governance token, it allows you to vote on the future decisions of the company. Self-delegation is basically the organization that validates, right? How many percent of Luna is theirs? So we can go to Luna burner, which is fine. And then you will want to delegate. So how much you want to delegate? I'm going to delegate 1. Before we click submit, the moment you click submit, here's what's gonna happen. Your money is locked up. You can withdraw at any time. However, it takes 21 days to unstake. If you know that you might want to rotate your cryptocurrencies next week or something like that, this is just not a good idea for you. The other thing that you get out of it, besides the 7% interest per year, is that all the other projects, or many other projects that's built on the Terra network, will airdrop you tokens. And that's how, in my little staking experiments in the past, right, I got a little bit of all their random tokens. This is the Terra Station pop-up, similar to how MetaMask pop-up whenever you need to approve a transaction or approve permission. You type in your password, press post, give it a minute, then you will have successfully staked your Luna. Cool! That's one way of staking Luna. Now I'm gonna do the second way, which is the way that I personally do it because it's a little bit more flexible. So there's this thing which is called Anchor Protocol, and this is also a platform that's built on the Terra ecosystem. So you go to app.anchorprotocol.com, once again, link is below. You come here, this is the dashboard. Okay, what you want to do with your Luna is you go to bond. I want to bond Luna. What you are doing when you bond Luna is that you are once again committing it to the platform, and to withdraw, you will still need 21 days. However, there's a part 2. We're gonna go through this part first, okay? But assumingly I will bond the 100,000 Luna that I have, right? Then I press mint. My Luna will become B Luna. As you can see here, the price of 1 Luna, right, to 1 B Luna is 0.9999. It's almost identical. So after you have bonded your Luna and turned it into B Luna, you can come to the borrow tab. I personally do this, there's a little bit of risk to this. After you've provided collateral to them, let's say you have 100 Luna worth. How much is that worth?
78K.
Quick maths.
Then you will have $7,000+ worth of Luna, right? You've bonded it with them. What they allow you to do, right, is with this collateral that you have bonded with them, they allow you to borrow money from them. So as you can see here, this is the borrow module. After you have bonded, you see your collateral value, so this is my collateral value, and this is the net APR. What this net APR represents is how much interest you have to pay to borrow from them. So the net APR today is -3%, which means that they are actually paying you to borrow from them. This is how they are building their network and building their system. At one point, they were paying up to 20% if you borrow from them. Okay, so when this one goes red color and it goes 1, 2, 3%, that's when you start having to pay interest on your borrows. So now you have the collateral, you can click borrow, the amount you want to borrow. A cool guide is don't borrow more than 35% of your collateral. Because if the price of Luna goes down dramatically to the point whereby you hit 60% threshold, which means the price of Luna goes down by 40%, they liquidate all your Luna assets. But for a token like Luna, I personally believe that it's rather stable. And so I do borrow like 30%. What you are actually borrowing is UST, which is US Terra lah. It's a stable coin, once again pegged to the US dollar. So after you have borrowed about 30% of your collateral, you click borrow, right? And then it should appear, give you a couple of minutes, in your Terra Station wallet. So then you will have UST. That's what you are actually borrowing. You are borrowing their stable coin. Then I go to the earn module. This is where you can deposit your UST. So for example, let's say I have 100 UST. I can just put it here, click proceed, and then you would know that your interest per year will be 19.47%. The interest is returned as UST as well. This is particularly helpful. Why? Because let's say I'm holding $100,000 worth of Luna. I expect Luna to do very, very well in the future, and so I should hold it, correct? And so if I hold it, it's non-productive. So what I do is I bond 100,000 worth, turn it into B Luna. From B Luna, I borrow 30%, which means I then borrow another 30K UST. And then I put it in here, the earn module, and earn 20, like close to 20% interest per year on the 30K USD that I borrow on a loan that was free. That's very cool. What you can, I mean, you don't have to put it in the earn module to earn this 20%. Honestly, you can take your 30,000, the hypothetical $30,000. You can withdraw it. You can go and buy other projects that you believe will do well. However, at some point, if you want to unbond your Luna so that you can sell it, you will need to repay that loan. So be very responsible with that money. This might be weird, but this is something that's rather common in the crypto space. The reason is because there's a lot of middlemen that's missing. You look at banks that have 7,000, 10,000 employees that they are paying their salaries, you are paying their bonus, you are paying their incentives. Crypto only have employees within those companies. You are interacting directly with them. And so all these profits are then passed on to the users. Marketing fees then come in the form of incentives for you to interact with their platform. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Once again, gotta be very, very careful and do your research to make sure that you're not doing like rubbish stuff, then you lose your money, right? Once again, this is not financial advice, okay? This is just sharing what I do. So the key difference between bonding directly on Anchor Protocol or staking directly on Terra Station right here, the key difference here is that Terra Station pays you the APY in Luna and other airdrops. However, Anchor pays you in UST. So if you learned something from this channel, I'd really appreciate it if you would drop me a like, a comment. Let me know what you want me to cover next, right? If you haven't subscribed, I hope you do. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.